have I played... Okay, wait, let me make sure that it loads. Oh my gosh, this bug bite is so itchy. Youch. Okay. How do I check to see if I'm... Okay. Okay. Hey guys, it's Firewolf Fire Gaming here, and, it's been a bit. If you're new here, or if you've been here for a while, either way, I suffer from summer depression. Others get winter depression, I get summer depression. And it is still summer, however, I saw this game was on sale, and so I wanted to get it, and so I got it. Things have been a bit rough, lately, but that's just how life goes, you know. Hi! Yeah, it's been a while. But I hope to be back for a bit. Of course there are all those exciting games that are coming out. I'm especially excited for, Little Nightmares 3. No. For the record, I am puppy sitting right now. I technically have 2 jobs. I work at the movies, but I also puppy sit for a family friend of mine, and she had to go to the emergency room, so I am currently watching her dog and playing this. Her dog is on my bed. The dog has never been on my bed before. I usually go to her house to puppy sit, but since we don't know how long it's gonna take, so, but yeah. So, I wasn't going to stream tonight, but, excuse me! Excuse me! I got an itch on my leg, and I lifted up my pant leg, and so the dog decided to lick my leg. That's weird. You're so weird. You're so weird. You're so... I love you. I love you. You're so weird. Okay, anyways. But let me go over my summer. So I had a pretty normal June, and then I got into K-pop Demon Hunters. As everyone did. But I had it ruined for me. By someone that I used to call one of my best friends. And so I didn't like it anymore. And I fell into a severe depression. And then I got into Epic, the musical. What? Okay. I got into Epic the musical, and now that's been my obsession for a long time. That's basically been my August, has been, Epic the musical. I regret nothing. Epic the musical is one of the best things I've ever seen, and I've watched it 40 times. But yeah, it's my comfort. So I'm mostly getting over my depression. I still have like spikes here and there, but I wanted to come back and give it a try. So no, You cannot go anywhere. You cannot go anywhere. You are my charge. Okay. You have to be good. You have to be a good girl. You have to be a good girl. Okay. Have I played the Stanley Parable before? No. But I'm about to. Okay. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. No. We're gonna put brightness bright. Because I like being able to see things, and I have problems seeing, so. The current time is 8:30. But it's not AM. How do I change it? It's not AM. Uh-oh. It wasn't AM. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. Can I change it? Well, that won't do anything. Okay. We're gonna begin the game, and you're gonna behave. You're gonna be a good girl. You're gonna be a good girl. You're gonna be best girl. The end is never, the end is loading. Okay. Never the end is never the end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I have a coworker named Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I swear, if that's in Among Us.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. They got
raptured. They did. They got raptured. They got raptured. They got raptured. Okay. Okay, I think that's enough standing frozen in shock. Okay. That is a nice picture. Do you like that picture, Chi-Chi? I think that is a very nice picture. Can I read this? Oh, wait, maybe I can. Hold on, Chi-Chi. Don't go anywhere. I just see recommendations from the Oversight Committee. General questions about something. No, okay, that's fine. We don't need to know, Chi-Chi. We don't need to know. What does it even say? Days? Oh, probably I hate Mondays. What was Garfield? Oh, this was my desk. I'm Garfield. Chi-Chi. Stanley is Garfield. Dog's looking at me like, what are you talking about, woman? Oh, do I have a message? Can okay. See, I thought that the time would reflect my time. It doesn't reflect my time. That's fine. Why do I slide? That's funny. Okay. Okay, see, I notice a problem right away. This person has a window. I don't have a window. That is not fair. That's probably favoritism. That's wrong. Oh, wait, 428 doesn't have one either.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
They got raptured.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps they got raptured. Okay. Hold on, I'm texting a person. Okay. 4:30, 4:31, 4. Well, that's a jump. No, it's not. 4:28, 4:30. But where's 31? Right there. Anyways, let's see if anyone else had anything. Oh. So I just worked.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I was speaking and you interrupted me. I don't appreciate that. Anyways, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I guess all of my coworkers were also Garfield. Now, Chi-Chi, do you think that it's Andrew Garfield, or do you think it's Garfield the cat? Which one do you think? I think it's Garfield the cat, though it's more than likely we're all Andrew Garfields. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. So, okay, so it's confirmed Stanley is Andrew Garfield. Are you seeing this, Chi-Chi? Are you seeing this? There's no outside. Also, guys, is my audio okay? Because I'm like 99% sure you guys can hear my fan. Because it's blowing right on me. Oh, that phone is green. Oh, that is such a pretty color. Okay, my eyesight is really bad, but I swear that cup says who farted. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I want that mug. I want that mug. Hold on. Hold on. That's fucking hilarious. Chi-Chi. Let's see how much it is. Apparently, it is a thing. I want one. Not for that price, though. Moving on. It's not that important. Okay. That's a nice plant. Number one dad. Oh, he was a father. Okay, so we got I Hate Mondays, Who Farted, and number one dad. Damn. You know, those could all be the same people. Wait, there's... What? This person has two mugs. I like work. Just hate my boss. Okay, what does the other one say? Smile? Probably. Anyways, finally ooh, look at this painting, Chi-Chi. It's so pretty. Wait, did anyone else have any paintings? Where are you going? You get comfortable. Okay, finally doing stuff. Oh, never mind, there's more rooms. Alright, maybe there's more mugs. This person must not like hot drinks. Again, who farted? Great, that must be a common theme. Be my... No. I don't even know you. You're just a cup. Why would I be your Valentine? That's crazy. Yeah, we're finally back. Does that say fuck? Oh my god, I can't read it. Does that say fuck? It looks like it says fuck. You know what, let's just... Oh, this dude was working on something. Username access. That's great. Again, who farted? That's crazy. Why is it a thing? I hate Mondays. Okay, I get it. No, I haven't. I have been in my own world.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Chi-Chi. Hi. Should I follow the voice's instructions, or should I say, fuck you, random voice, and go through the right door? I know, I'm so excited. Okay, Chi-Chi. Hi. Should I go the right way because it is the right way, or should I go the left because the voice said to? I feel like this is like an illusion of choice thing, and like no matter which door I choose, it's still gonna go to the same place. I'm like 99% sure that's what happens. I'm gonna not listen to the voice.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Of course. That was exactly my plan, was to stop by the employee lounge. Because maybe there's employees in there. It's the employee lounge. Well. Chi-Chi. There.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
But I'm not holding a mug. How am I drinking it all in?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Indeed. Okay. Okay, that's blank. Chi-Chi, look at this leaf.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Is this guy for real? I'm just admiring the room. Excuse me.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I'm not sitting. Very astute observation, random voice. Cold drinks, a cold one with the boys, Chi-Chi. Don't give me that look, you're too cute. Has time not passed? Chi-Chi, let's watch the clock and see if it moves. Besides the second hand. Oh my god, wait, which one's the minute hand? I think it's the longer one. Let's wait 5 minutes, okay? We're gonna wait 5 minutes. Or 3 minutes. Is it moving? Oh my gosh, the seconds are taking forever, Chi-Chi. Did it move? I don't think so. Not yet, it wouldn't move till it got to 12. It's not moving. It's not moving, Chi-Chi. What does that even say? I can't read it. I'm gonna guess it says fuck.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Did I? I don't know. I think I want to keep walking. Whoa! We got some fancy looking
Stanley was so
stuff
bad
here.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Damn. Okay, well, fuck you too, voice in my head. I'm kind of wondering what would happen if I had listened. I guess I'll find out later. I don't think I'm supposed to go on that. I can't jump. That's another issue. I'm going on it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Oh?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Women?
To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I don't care. It's a woman. Huh. Well, I think we're just gonna go into the darkness here. Great idea. Oh.
That's her, Stanley.
I don't care.
You need to be the one to do this.
No.
To reach out to her.
No.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
No. Shit, do I have to? Fine, I don't remember this.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife? They want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I guess.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
No. I don't have a choice.
But in his mind, In his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Really?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Where's the
First,
TV?
he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Did it?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Chi-Chi. He's yapping far too much. Even I don't yap that much.
As he wandered through
Whoa!
this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
What?
And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
Oh.
But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. Voice? Hello? Oh my god, I can duck? I can duck? I did not know that. Okay, the game isn't gonna go unless I press the button.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
Really?
How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I don't know.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
Please die?
And I tried again.
How do I
And Stanley
die?
pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh my god. Where'd it go? Chi-Chi? Oh, okay. Never mind, we're okay. Alright, off we go. Shut
All
up,
of his
boys.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
Holy crap.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Termination Tuesdays? What the fuck? IT department? We're broke Wednesday. Mergers. Pranking, sure. Pranking floors meeting, financial panic meeting, boss infection legal. I would hope so. Ideas development, what to do about 432, don't tell 42 about this meeting. Office party, woo woo. This, I don't know what that means. Okay, group planning. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Rip Franz. Okay. Oh my god, there's another one. Targets. Push for funding for R plus D of coffee machines. Standard graphs. Get. Why was he in the broom closet? Synergize papers. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of redacted. Not cost efficient. The future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. Tomorrow complete. Today's unfinished agenda items right next. Okay. Lovely. Was this thing going? Whoa! Using slides to make sure your slide. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's the broom closet. Oh! I opened it. If I go in here, do I get trapped? Well, the guy's not in here. Okay, where's
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But what's downstairs? Red light. Oh! Red light. I think I'm gonna die down here if I go down here. There's a paper. There's a paper I can't pick up.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Yeah,
All
maybe.
of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all?
Yeah,
None
that's
of
a
it
bit
made
weird.
any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Yes.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
I don't know.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
That's a great
And for that
question.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Were they simply repeating?
Yes.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last,
Well.
he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
I don't think...
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an
Well,
explanation.
then why can't I wake up?
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to
Well.
lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared.
What?
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head
Yeah, exactly.
dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin.
Yeah?
The press of the mattress on his back. The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Not really.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
Yeah.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I don't think so.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh,
but on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
What?
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Okay, I found my chips.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered...
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get popcorn. Chi-Chi, stay. You stay, Chi-Chi. You be good. You be good girl. You be good girl. You stay, Chi-Chi. having a best time. Unfortunately, I did not succeed in bringing the popcorn into my room. But I have another snack in here already, so it's okay. I have potato chips. I wanted popcorn, but oh well. Okay, Chi-Chi. Okay, Chi-Chi. Resume the
The
game.
meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What? She didn't fucking report it? What a bitch, Chi-Chi. Alrighty, well. Back in the fucking office. I'm
All of his
tired of this
co-workers
voice.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, maybe.
When
I don't like that when I disobey the voice, I get a lecture that lasts like 5 fucking minutes. That's not... I don't like that.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
Definitely
Feeling
not.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Whoa! This is a far different mood than everything else. Okay. Does my boss have a mug? No. Guy's too special for
Stepping
a mug.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Well, you just told me.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley
Yes,
happened to
random
input the
numbers.
correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, whoa. Sure. Whatever you say, boss. That door didn't close. Voice, hello? New instructions, hello? I guess not. Into the darkness. Oh. Well, there's only one glowing button. Can I have my stability, please?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh my fucking god, what? Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
That is not not a fun name. What happens if I go through the escape door, though? I've already made it this far. I don't really want to be lectured. Alright, I'm in.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Holy shit.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes. There it is, okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Wow.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Sorry guys, I'm a bit stunned by this.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yes.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content.
Holy shit.
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Do I really do that? Okay. Oh.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
No.
Yes. He had won.
Bullshit.
He had defeated the machine.
Bullshit.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
There's no way.
Freedom was mere moments away.
He's lying.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Yeah?
Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
I don't think so.
That was all he needed to know.
I think
it was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Yeah?
And Stanley was happy.
Are we done? There's no way. I beat the game? What? I don't want to beat the game. Okay, that's what I thought. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Right.
decided to go to the
We
meeting
have to
room.
make
Perhaps he
new
had simply missed a
decisions.
memo.
Maybe we'll take the escape door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Because going the right door didn't seem to have any other
Yet there was not a
options.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Besides it
disbelief,
being, like,
Stanley
a
decided to
straight
go
shot.
up to his boss's office. Hoping he'd coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
4278 or
Stanley
something?
wondered aloud to nobody.
it's
He began
4278.
wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk,
No, I didn't.
pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for
4278?
clues to his situation.
Is it
But his attention was
4278?
caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
I don't know.
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of
Okay,
course,
I was off.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
Okay.
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Alright, down we go. Guys, this game is doing stuff. Ha, you didn't get me that tiny little bit.
Stanley walked
Oh.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, I have to go through this whole lecture again.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah. I think we have to choose the escape way because I'm pretty sure if you turn on the
Now
machine,
the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an
I'm pretty sure if you turn on the machine, it self-destructs.
employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Hold on, guys. Oh. Hold on, guys. Is this... Okay, so that's like the base game ending. Okay, I'm just gonna get on here.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay. Now we get the new ending.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
Yeah.
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Did I miss it? Where was it? Where's the escape door? I fucking missed it, didn't I? My dumbass. I was looking for the escape door and I can't find it. Where's the escape door? Well, shit. How did I lose it? Hold on. Okay, I'm a bit confused and a bit tired, so I think I'm gonna end it here. Mostly because I'm not really sure what's going on, and also I kind of want to watch, because I know that Jack played it, I think, Jacksepticeye played it, and he got, like, really far into this thing, so I want to see how, like, he gets to the more interesting bits, so that this will actually be entertaining, because right now, it's not doing it for me. But I know that there's really cool parts about this game. What is this? Oh. It's just lights. It's not actually anything. Okay. I'm gonna leave this here because I'm tired. But I love you guys. This is Firewall Fire Gaming signing off. Note, I might play either a different game tomorrow, or I'll be back on this game, hopefully with more interesting stuff. Okay, now this is Firewall Fire Gaming signing off. Good night, everyone.